Hello.
Hello.
Hello, family. Are you able to hear me, you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, hello, family. This is your girl, Mia, with the Now What Show and Ms. Missing in Action Grief Support. We are on wanting to be here to demonstrate and talk about the mental health awards that none other than Miss Amber Rowe is putting on. She has cordially and has really invited so many media outlets, and I want to thank her for allowing the Missing in Action Grief Support to be a part. So, family, we have several guests on that will be vendors. Miss Amber will show up. Um, in hopes that she can tell us what her vision was about this award ceremony. First, we have Miss Jennifer Germany. Miss Jennifer, if you can
Hello.
introduce yourself, how you doing?
I am awesome. Introduce
If
myself.
yes, and tell us a little bit about yourself, Jennifer.
Okay. My name is Jennifer Germany, also known as Houston's Hot Girl of Comedy. I'm an educator by trade. This is my 28th year in education, and I am a professional comedian by passion. I do believe it was my calling to make people laugh. And with working with children, you got to learn to laugh, or you will cry a lot. Uh, I've had a couple of videos, viral videos, as well as I've been seen on the Miss Pat Settles It show, Fox Soul, and MTV's Ridiculousness. So I've had the opportunity of working and opening for so many wonderful people. And yeah, I'm just here to make you laugh through the pain, laugh through whatever emotion you're going through.
Absolutely. And Jennifer, let me ask you this. When did you know you had it? Because guess what? Did this start in school? When did this start? Because I'm wanting to know. You have to have, I mean, is it a practice that you have to do? What is it? And when did you know that you had it and this is something that you sought out that you wanted to do?
As far as a career, or
Yeah, as a career.
I'm gonna be honest, ma'am. I've been silly my whole life. But I knew I was going to go to college, and I knew I was going to go to an HBCU, and I made my choice to go to Texas Southern University. I majored in theater, and my dad laughed and like, "What are you gonna do with a theater degree?" I said, "I don't know. I'm gonna figure this thing out." And so I went
Yeah,
to
yeah.
open mic, and I enjoyed it. And I came home and I told my dad, "Daddy, I know what I want to do." He was like, "What? I want to
Yeah,
be a
yeah, yeah.
stand-up comedian." He said, "So you're in how much a student loan debt, and you just decided you want to be a comedian?" Okay, okay. So what's really going on? But I
Yeah, yeah.
found that anytime something is your passion and you're willing to do it for free because you
Yeah.
like making other people laugh and smile, even if it's for a 5-minute bit, it does a lot for me to just watch people laugh
Uh-huh.
and smile, especially going through the times we're going through now. Everybody needs a laugh, and people statistics show that people who laugh more live longer. So I'm laughing every day.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And I'm so glad for people out there because guess what? I guess this is why Amber kind of put on this event because laughing is good for the soul. A lot of us don't
Mm-hmm.
know that. A lot of us that's dealing with hurt and pain, we won't know that that is so because we're mad. We don't want to open up to allow ourselves to be to
Vulnerable.
allow ourselves to be in places and arenas where we could enjoy ourselves, right?
I, exactly.
So,
I
Mr.
remember when,
Paxton,
huh?
go ahead, Jennifer.
I remember when I realized I was dealing with some mental health issues. And at the point, and it's a long story, but I'll cut it short. I had a bad surgery. They told me I was never going to have kids. And I'm like, God, what did I do? I did everything you wanted me to do your way. And I didn't want to admit that I was not okay. I wanted to put
Yeah,
on this strong face and this, that, and the other. And I realized I was in trouble when I went to go see some other friends perform and I couldn't laugh. And
wow.
that's when I was able to say, something's not right. I need to go get help. So I'm loving the fact that you guys are rallying around mental health, especially with the African American community.
Absolutely. Would you say that would be when you call, since this is a missing in action show, I would say that's the title of this show, Missing in Action
Mhm.
Report. Would you say that would be one of the times you would consider yourself missing in action?
Yeah, because I couldn't even be there for me, so I couldn't be there for anybody else. So I became a with, got just stayed with self because I didn't know how to say I'm angry, I'm upset, and it was like mentally I
Right.
was torturing myself. And my doctor had already told me I was already dealing with depression prior to that because I've had 15 surgeries and 13 was for the same thing. And I kept putting on this big, I'm a black woman, I'm a superhero. Don't nothing
Yeah,
bother
yeah,
me.
yeah.
I got this.
Mm-hmm.
But then I had to
Yeah,
realize, no, I don't have this. And it's okay to say, I'm not coping. I'm not okay.
that's
But that was
that's
the
right.
biggest problem is owning
That's
it.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Wow. We have Miss Amber Lowe on, and Amber, I'm so glad that you were able to tune in. I know you have your hands in so many things. And guess what? We're going to get you on here, but I wanted to know your vision behind this. What made you think about putting this comedy and mental health? Mental health for sure is so serious, and a lot of people still are wanting to shy away from it today to even talk about it because they don't know perhaps what the words to say or how to confront or embrace or just even know the do's and the don'ts of it all. Amber,
Hmm.
what introduce yourself first of all? I know you don't need introducing, but because this is my platform, I want you to introduce yourself.
Hey, thanks so much for having me on. I really appreciate that because I am running circles and I am running late as usual. Anybody that knows me can tell you. But anyway, so I am Amber Lowe. I am Houston's millionaire matchmaker by trade. I am a publicist, TV producer, and comedian. And I also team up with Anchoring Hope's Wellness Recovery Institute as a peer manager to teach some of their classes as a comedian. And so we're teaming up to take on a very, very heavy, serious topic such as suicide prevention, depression, anxiety. How do we deal with it? And after losing my baby sister to suicide in 2021, it definitely changed my life and put me on a trajectory in comedy that I never saw coming. I
Yeah.
created I created the concept of Corporate Comedy Live, the name, back in 2015, but I wasn't ready yet. I knew I had to master clean and stop winning dirty, sexy comedy contests first.
Okay. I got
The
you.
Lord had to work on me a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or a lot. Okay, a lot. He did a lot. He's still and my guardian angel hates me some days. But at the end of the day, I was telling my mom today, it's funny how people think chasing money, power, fame, fortune, even the right relationship, the right opportunity, if I look a certain way, if I have this, if I have that. The funny thing is that you'll get it, but then you'll realize
Uh-huh.
that's not the answer either. Nothing in this world will satisfy you or fulfill you or help you help others like a pain driven purpose. You will see a
Right,
lot of people
right.
when you talk to Franchelle tonight. She'll also share with you how she's turning her pain into purpose too, and that's why I'm super excited for you to hear what she has to say. But you know, this came out of tragedy, and we are creating a we tag ourselves as custom comedy mental health pioneers. I looked around and dealing with
Right.
relationships for 20 years, dealing with business for 20 years, doing matchmaking, doing event planning, I know business. But I looked around and nobody's doing anything to help to teach people, like, okay, we know that we have certain programs to teach us with therapists and a lot of, you know, those kind of things, but
Mhm.
what about how do we learn day-to-day coping mechanisms? How do we laugh through it? And I caught myself laughing at some of the most hurtful, painful times, because as they say, you laugh not you laugh or cry, right? And but here's the thing, we realize also the things we
Right,
worry
right.
the, the things we worry about now, we don't even remember who that was 5 years ago. So our thing
Yeah.
is, it is $1 trillion. Companies are losing trillions of dollars from employee issues, divorce, suicide, depression, um, you know, stress at work. And at the end of the day, it is still a company, and we have figured out how to streamline the process. But and that's by investing in your employees. A happy employee is a productive employee, and we want to come in and we want to do workshops, team building, office morale, inter-office conflict. Yeah, we do parties, we do events too. We can do it with the best of them. And y'all going to find out Saturday what
Mhm.
a corporate comedy live experience is. But when we
Yeah.
leave, then what? Does that help? Does that help
Right.
your bottom line if we only laugh? No. We want to address
Right.
the hardest problem you have. We're going to take the hardest, the most painful point, and we're going to turn it into pleasure, and we're going to teach you how to deal with it.
Amazing. Amber, I want to give kudos to you because
Oh,
oftentimes when we find ourselves in challenges, and you're very vocal and transparent about your life and lifing.
mm.
One who yeah, and for I'm telling you the truth. And the reason why I say that, because one would yield away, go in a box, probably would stay there, wouldn't
Yeah.
feel comfortable, or don't wouldn't even think that what they are going through could be a testament not only to themselves, but it
Mm-hmm.
can give other people ahas that perhaps if I see someone going through something, God can bless me to come out of it. And you've been very vocal about even whatever you're going through. I might
Mm-hmm.
fall, but God always allow you to get up. And each thing that appeared to be negative, you put a spin on it and make it positive. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not to make yourself look good, it's always to help the next person behind you or even in front of you. Because people think just because they had the idea once before that it never will exist again. But I
Mm-hmm.
just want to commend you on how you take your pain and turn it into gain, in other words, right? And I want to
Amen.
thank
Thank
you
you.
for having this platform and this award ceremony so others can feel that even though I've been down, even
Mm-hmm.
though I'm in a box, sometimes we still in the box. We put on this facade. We just a gift, a pretty gifted package,
Yeah.
but toe up on the inside, right?
Yeah.
So I want to thank you for allowing this award ceremony to happen this weekend again. And I said I thanked you earlier before you got here for allowing Missing in Action Grief Support to be a part of it. We heard from Jennifer. I want to hear from Miss Brandy. And when we kind of keep it in we're gonna toss it up a little bit, but because we're talking about comedy, Brandy, if you on here, come on, baby, introduce yourself and all the greatness that you are doing.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Can y'all see me?
Hey.
Yes.
I'm Brandy. I can't. I'm hiding behind the StreamYard sign. I can't see my
Oh
screen.
Lord,
But that's okay.
I'm
Now
sorry.
that's okay. I am Brandy Adams from Houston, Texas, by
I
way
don't
of
know
East Coast,
why.
Texas, Jasper, Texas. Um, I'm a comedian. I've known Amber and Jennifer for a very, very, very long time. And Glenn, Glenn, I ain't gonna say nothing else. That's all I'm gonna say. I just like to call his name out, Glenn. Lord,
I'm only 35, Brandy, so don't make me too old now.
Hold on, am I flirting right now? I'm flirting.
Y'all are mad.
Oh, it works. It works.
Let me sit up a little bit so you can see me. But now I'm Brandy. I've been knowing Jennifer and Amber for a while. I met Glenn late last year. We just clicked. I'm just excited. Amber reached out to me and she said, "Hey, I got $30. Can you work with it?" I said, "I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Come on now." But no. The cause and the purpose is something that I connect with so very well. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And this is my deposit too, so of course I'm gonna do
Can
it.
you get that back up the way you had the 6? That looked really good like that.
Yeah, I just see you right now, Miss.
I can only see you right now.
But I think my baby Brenda said that she was hiding behind the stream. Y'all, guess what?
Okay, now
I'm
we go.
gonna tell my testimony today.
Okay. I mean, I like the way you had the
Y'all
6
good.
on the screen. That looked really good.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Sorry, so listen, I'm going to be transparent. My baby always say I tell my business too much. She says I want to be very transparent because, and I was telling Amber that, listen, girl, you are taking me out of my box. Listen, I just stay right here. I don't move a lot of time. And when I'm talking about that, that means when we're talking about having this shows and doing all the things, I'm just one-on-one with the person, maybe two. But I want to commend myself.
Amen.
For getting educated on how to use this StreamYard and getting all of y'all connected where we can have a good old hallelujah fellowship time and be on here. So y'all give me a round of applause, because guess what?
All right.
Listen, I had my guy up all night long teaching me how to even copy and paste the link. So girl, y'all just give me some praises, but I'm glad we're here.
Proud of you.
Thank you. So we're gonna go on. And Brandy, was there anything else you wanted to say? Because I'm gonna ask each of you all what y'all have coming up next. I know y'all some busybody, but we're gonna go to the food, my area of things. We're gonna talk to Miss. Listen, is that? I can't help the big girl just gonna be in me. The big girl just gonna be in me. Glenn.
Yes, ma'am. Are you still there?
I think she's going in and out.
I think we lost her.
Uh-oh.
No, it would have cut out completely, but like it's like
I don't see her on the screen no more. We still here, but I don't see her on the screen no more.
I don't
something
know.
Something that she did on her end.
Yeah,
remember
before I go into my.
We got Candace at 8, so we're gonna have to wrap up pretty quick.
So y'all remember something that she had did and it had the 6 on top. I mean the 6.
But it's recording, Brandy. Was there anything you were saying? Brandy?
No, I was just saying I introduced myself and I was messing with Glenn.
Hey, talking about my $30 budget.
The $30 budget, and that was it. And then I said how I connected with the purpose of everything. But that was pretty much it.
Okay, well, I sure appreciate y'all, and I'm gonna go ahead and step in for Michelle just for time's sake until she comes back.
Okay, there she goes.
She got it. Okay.
Yeah, back on. She back on.
All right.
So I guess you wanted me to go next, huh?
Yes.
You say you're trying to get it on.
Talk about that
So
food.
Oh
I
yeah.
guess she wanted us to give us kind of rundown of like what we are, who we are,
Menu.
what we did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my name is Glenn. I'm the owner of King Smoke Rings, Catering and More. And so I kind of got started in this journey by my mom was a single mom, so I had to cook a lot for me and my sister. But I kind of like got really started into like barbecuing and stuff like that when I moved back to Houston from
Mm.
East Texas,
Mm.
and would compete against my now he's my ex brother-in-law, but we would compete with cooking against each other. So that kind of like sparked the passion of it. Um, but I have 13 years of sales experience, and so as long as I was making six figures, I never wanted to jump into this as a full time. Like I was making good money. Wish I would have
Wow.
did it then.
Mhm.
But so
For real.
you know the aspect of y'all talking about mental health, I had got burnt out on selling.
Mm.
Reinvent
Yeah.
myself every month to bring
Mhm.
in that money. It was just I was tired. And a manager had recruited me and said, "Hey, I want you to come on to my team." I came on to the team and didn't perform worth a damn. And he was like, dude, I recruited you to come over here and sell. So on that day, I told him, I said, dude, I'm just burnt out. I said, hey, I don't want you to fire me, but if you do, I'm not gonna be mad.
It's
So
okay.
we fast forward by like 6 months. They let me go, and I started this then. And then a year ago, well, when I started, my dad said he would support me till he died, and so I lost my dad a year ago, and that
Mm.
made me turn up the heat even more.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Because when business was slow, I could call my dad and say, "Hey, Dad." He would typically give me the sun talk, but I could call him and ask for $1,000, $2,000 to pay this, and he would give it to me. So, so now that made me push even harder. And then so I met Chris. I met Brandy and Germany through Chris, aka C Allen, Shoot Your Shot.
Shout
So
Yeah.
out
that's
to
how
C.
I
Allen.
met them.
My book.
Um, so I met them through his event that he was having, and started pushing. And so I found out about this event because of Candace. And so
Hey, Candace.
yep, I met Candace, and so I
Candace
saw it post on
Joseph.
her page. And anything that Candace does, I believe in supporting.
Right.
So
Right.
when she
Good people.
did that, I reached out to Amber and said, "Hey, what is this event?" We talked, we met at the venue, and that's how it is there. Um, and about my food, the
It's
reason
good
why I
too.
cook is I like kind of like you ladies and comedian that are comedians. You love to see people just enjoy your content. I Nothing pleases me more uh to cook and to see people enjoy my food. Like it is like a high that I get that there's no other.
Right.
Um
Mhm.
so that's why I do what I do. And so that's my take.
All right now.
Awesome. I'm running up for that light. It's kind of a big light. Okay. Yay! Michelle, you still there?
She keeps popping in and out.
All
What's
I'll
up?
right.
see her.
What's
Yeah, I'll
going
see her on the
on?
screen and then I won't see her no more. So I don't see her on there right now.
I
What's
also
going
don't see
on?
Teresa Parker with the vegan palette. So just giving her a shout out. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. But speaking of pain into purpose, wow, that is crazy that all three of us, really all five of us, when you really think about it, mental health has affected all of us. Wow, that's amazing. Really, six of us. I mean, when you really think about, by the way, reach out to me. The University of Texas has a free trauma therapy. You can only talk about one of your traumas.
Mhm.
That's why we have fun. But reach out to me. I'll give you the number. It's completely free. It's deep work. But go do it. I'm telling you, get on the other side of healing is everything. It's a freedom unlike anything you've ever known in your life. And anybody that's ever been through it will tell you, there she is. I was just talking about you. Was your ears burning, Teresa?
She
Frank,
I think she popping in and out.
okay, well, in the meantime, let me go ahead and give a drum roll introduction to Franchelle Leggett. Go ahead, girl. Tell your story. What you bringing? Because I'm fiending. I'm already fiending for both of y'all. What's going on?
Okay, well, hello, you guys. I'm glad to be here. My name is Franchelle. I am the founder of Sarah Belize Treats, which is under the umbrella of Sarah Belize. Um, I started this company in memory of my mother. I lost her last year, August. Um, and I went through a bad depression missing her and wanting to be in her presence and just was missing her food. And so one day I was making banana pudding and Amber wanted some banana pudding and we work in the office together. And so I brought her 2 drawers of banana pudding. And so somebody else in the building took one of the drawers. Well, she ate that banana pudding and put the drawer empty on my desk. But she was like, Fran, this is like one of the best banana puddings I've ever had in all
Not
her life.
not not one, the best
Oh,
banana
the,
pudding
I'm
you ever
sorry,
had.
the
And
the
trust me,
best.
I got fat rolls. I know which one's the best. That one is the best. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But then, so it was her and then the other guy that was there. He was like, man, this is so good. He was like, it's better than his wife. He told me how he put, he saved this last little bite, put it in the fridge, ate it the next day. He said it tastes better to him the next day. I was like, okay. It's like but I knew Amber was looking for some food vendors for her event. So I was like, you know what? I got you. We support each other in our business
Mhm.
ventures. And I told her that, I will do the dessert side for her on this. And so, but then in the meantime, I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go ahead and turn this into a company.
I love it.
I've been in business for a while. And to be honest with you, before I even started my entrepreneurship, I wanted to own a restaurant. I went down to the City of Houston building to get my DBA and everything. And this lady told me that I was going to fail within the first 2 years of opening my restaurant. And I was so discouraged. I never did it. And then that's how I started doing everything else. But I, um, I specialize in business development, so I can start any company. I don't even have to be in the industry, but I can just make it happen. I just have that gift. And so, like, doing this event with Amber means a lot to me because I've went through different struggles on mental health, but my biggest one was having to grieve from losing my mom. So for me, this is an honor to be able to be a part of this and to create the company that I created in memory of my mother. The company name is a connection of my daughter, my niece, and my mom's name in one. And I said that if I'm gonna do business, this is gonna be the one I go and put my all into. So that's how I am. That's why I'm here.
Franchelle, that's awesome. You know what, you guys, and thank you all for keeping the show running while I'm in and out. I guess because of the internet where I am, but it's amazing to us while we in grief and anxieties and having all these mental health challenges. While in it, you think there's no hope. But once we start utilizing the resources, no matter where we got it from, whether it was on somebody's couch, maybe we had a close friend or relative that loved you enough to point you in the directions to get the help from whatever it was that you were grieving about. We couldn't look outside the box of thinking that we could ever be anything. But it's amazing how our grief, our anxieties, our depression, once we say yes to God, then all the things and all the doors start opening, because you have to say yes. You have to have yourself in position to be ready and wanting to do something other than pulling the covers over your head. So I want to commend each of you for the things that what was and is now. Not saying that people that have found a niche or found something to now deter them from grieving, that they will never ever have another grieving moment. It's the triggers that we now know that will uh, alter, or perhaps we can handle situations from there, from this point on, and be productive in what we're trying to do. So I really want to commend each of you all from taking what society say that, or felt like we would never ever be able to do. Oh, that girl ain't gonna be nothing. Oh, that guy ain't gonna be nothing. He didn't, all the negative, and have now turned it into positive. Each of you all have your crafts, and I want to thank each and every one of you for having them. Miss Teresa, when you said your little your intro, I wasn't able to talk to you. It is nice meeting you, Miss Teresa Parker. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Awesome, awesome. Amber, let me ask you something. What are we to expect when we come to the award ceremony? And I know you have all your guests and your vendors gonna be there, but what are you most excited about and wanting people to come out and be a part of?
Okay, well, I'm glad you asked. The awareness that we're going to be bringing. And shout out to Dr. Laura Marsh with the Veterans Administration. She actually is bringing a certified suicide prevention expert that will have a booth or a table there with resources, because this is not just about a good time, right? We want you to leave informed, educated, and inspired. And so it's gonna. But as far as the night, it's gonna be action packed. From 6, so we're asking all honorees and media. Media needs to check in. Check-in starts at 3. For vendors, media, anybody wants to come in, but we need to be completely set up. Honorees will start arriving at 5:30. The red carpet officially opens, and we are so excited. I've been so busy today. I haven't even had a chance to announce it, but I'll go ahead and do it now. We just picked up our official red carpet sponsor. Shout out to C. Allen. He is going to Chris Allen. He does corporate photography, and we're so grateful. This is just how you pay it forward. It's so amazing. It's like, Candace was so amazing, and then Glenn came along, and then Glenn referred me over to Teresa, and then Teresa is getting involved too now, and now he also introduced me to C. Allen, and so I'm so grateful that we are going to have this amazing, like, I already had a cool red carpet experience, but wow, when we do this red carpet experience now, I'm so excited. It's going to be unlike you can imagine. We actually just ordered 2-step and repeats. That's how amazing it's going to be. That's all I can tell you. 6:30 to 7:30, the red carpet is open for everybody else. We're going to have Glenn and Teresa and Fran out there with the delicious catered food. We're so excited. Glenn is going to give us 3 options. We're putting them in the cute little martini glasses. This is not a sit-down event. We're going to have tables. Don't get it twisted. I'm wearing heels. But it's not, we are going to get up. This ain't a boring chicken dinner. We're not doing all that. We're going to have options. You're going to get 3 different choices of entrees. You're also going to get a vegan palate entree. And you're going to have delicious desserts that I promise you will slap your mama, because they are so the best ever in life. And I know sugar. Okay. Once that's done, at the same time, C. Allen is going to have a photo booth going, and then the venue has I don't even know, but it looks like a 20 by 20 photo booth. You could fit 20 people in that thing. We're gonna have a gigantic photo booth going. We have a full cash bar. And then we have a main stage. But my favorite part of the night is that there's this amazing winding staircase, and everybody gets to do their grand entrance. So it is going to be so much fun. We're teaming up with DJ Mr. Famous to bring in the 1s and 2s. We're gonna have a dance party at the end. We're gonna be honoring. We're gonna have several state and federal organizations in the building. We're also going to be honoring our honorees from the state of Texas. There's some surprises coming. The swag bags just came in today. We have so many great things happening. We officially just added Macy's as a sponsor for our ladies are getting high-end perfume samples and Lancome facial. I mean, you don't get better than that, right? I love Versace, Armani. I can't even pronounce some of these names, y'all. I'm like, how do you say this? I have no idea, but it smells good, right? So shout out to Kimmy Field. She is the stylist inside the Deerbrook Mall. Go see my girl. When I tell you she nailed my dress on the first dress, first shoes, first backup shoes, first purse, first everything. Yes, because you got to know your lane, and fashion ain't it. I'll wear some overalls and no shoes to this because fashion is not my strength, right? At all, or cooking. Thank God that y'all don't want me to cook for this. Y'all would never come to another gala. But shout out to the most amazing comedians. These are my girls. Like these girls are so talented, and understanding that mental health is the education component, and that's why I want these ladies out tonight teaching you game, teaching you what they went through, but teaching you how they deal with it using comedy as a healing modality. So shout out to my girls, Brandy Lou Adams, love you. Shout out to the one and only Jennifer Germany with a J. Woo-hoo! With a J, okay? You know what? When I picked this venue, y'all gonna think this is funny, and I know she's not gonna let me down. I picked this venue because I had a vision for Jennifer Germany's grand entrance down them stairs. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. Because I already know she's already a party. Don't add no staircase to it, okay? But there's still time to get plugged in. Go to Corporate Comedy Live, get plugged in. I apologize if I forgot anybody, but all the information is on the website. We got to jump on another call with the one and only Candace Joseph and let her know how much we appreciate her too. But come out, guys. And last but not least, I want to leave it out with I haven't officially announced it, but we are forming a partnership with Kingdom Influencers Broadcast Network International. They are in 198 countries. Not only is the Matchmaker Hotline going to be on there, but we are also using our PR firm to offer syndication and produce shows. And last but not least, shout out to Nolan Davis, who is the CEO and founder of Step Up Radio. And again, my last but not least, again, third time's a charm. But I do want to say this is a fundraiser for NAMI Greater Houston. The DEI budgets have been cut. Let's get to the serious. You're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars that these grants have just, they're gone now, right? So these mental health programs are crucial, that we as a community, we take care of each other. We can't depend on our government to always do that. And so this is a huge fundraiser. There's opportunities to make anonymous donation. If you want to get still plugged in, we still could use a title sponsor. Hey, we will reorder everything for the right amount of zeros on that check. You heard me? But we still have time to get plugged in. CorporateComedyLive.com. Shout out to Tracy at Anchoring Hope's Wellness Recovery Institute. Shout out to everyone that is plugged into this. We are so grateful. And shout out to LaDonna at Energy Industry Support International for also co-producing this show with us. So love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I want to thank each of you. I want to thank each of you before you leave. And I'm hoping to see everyone at the event on Saturday. And again, Amber, thank you for continuously serving your community and doing well in all of your endeavors. And I'm hoping that we can rock the place and enjoy and just be in the house with greatness. And I'm asking, as always with Mia, like, share, and tag this segment and broadcast so we can get this information out to others. And before we leave, I always remind our viewers and my guests, let's heal together. Let's turn our pain into gain. Don't go missing. Stay found. I thank you all for being a part of Missing in Action Grief Support. And until next Tuesday, next Wednesday, next Thursday, whenever I decide, I hope you'll join us. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.